What is good, Osiris here? You are back with Middle MAGA. The show is stuck in the middle. In this latest episode of I Want to Inform You But Not Scare You, take a look at this that was snuck in one of these bills. I saw this via Sherry on Twitter. Beginning in 2026, and I did verify it, I will go directly to the bill to show you. Beginning in 2026, a switch will be mandatory, a mandatory feature on vehicles. This is a particular switch on all vehicles. This is something that electric vehicles, at least Tesla I know for sure, has already had, but we're looking at this for all vehicles. This switch is a device that allows the government, the police, and car makers to disable your car from the comfort of their offices. Reminder, 18, I don't know why they do these reminders, nothing against you, Sherry, but the GOP is what? That doesn't mean anything. Reminder, 18 GOP voted for this bill. This is through the Western Journal. That's how I found out. And let's go directly to the bill itself and then the takeaway. So here's the website, and this is the bill that was passed in June of 2021. This is the infrastructure bill, and I'm going to pull that up. If you are just listening, I have the bill pulled up right here. And this section here that's going to talk about this device, it starts out by telling you why they want to do it. But I did this video I was talking about Tucker, and I said, you have an idea. I need to know what problem you're trying to solve. So they are linking this device, which is a violation of probably the Fifth Amendment, the pleading the fifth is you are able to avoid incriminating yourself. So if the government puts a device in every car, then you automatically are incriminating yourself. They're just bypassing and no, it's not the government. It's not the government. It's a third party. If you keep using these third party contractor, private company arguments, you're gonna really dig your own grave and really just destroy the whole Constitution. Because all they have to do is say, well, it's not us. It's the car manufacturers that put the device in. So you don't have the Fifth Amendment from them. But of course, it wouldn't apply to the government either. But they're trying to link, they said here in 2019, there were over 10,000 alcohol-impaired driving fatalities. So they're like, this is for the greater good, right? This is for good. We want to stop this. So they said, according to the economic cost for these driving injuries in 2012 was 44, was that million or billion? $44 billion. According to the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, advanced drunk and impaired driving prevention technology can prevent more than 9,400 alcohol-impaired driving facilities. So what I want is a bill that's small enough to say, we're doing these devices. I know these devices are unconstitutional, but just hypothetically, this bill has hundreds of pages in it. One bill that says these are the devices, and this is what we expect the change to be after the devices are done. They're not doing that. They're saying, here's the problem, here's our answer. What do we expect as the people who paid for this device to happen, to violate our own rights? What are we expecting to happen? They didn't say that. They just said, well, these are the bad things that happen. They're implying that this is supposed to help stop it, but there's no what are the pros, cons, how much is it going to stop it by, all that kind of stuff. None of that in the bill. But if you go to this section here, advanced drunk and impaired driving prevention technology. The term advanced drunk and impaired driving technology means a system that can passively monitor the performance of a driver of a motor vehicle to accurately identify whether that driver may be impaired. All that is CCP style government monitoring. That's all it is. Do I want to see drunk drivers or people falling asleep at the wheel, killing people, hurting people? Of course not. But you can say, hey, someone at school got called a bad name or word. We should get rid of the First Amendment. Hey, something terrible happened at a school where now kids are unlived. We should get rid of the Second Amendment. You can do that for every amendment. That's why they're there, to say the good that you want to do has these boundaries. Otherwise, there's no need for it. So here they are again. It's clearly unconstitutional. I mean, obviously. It says to passively monitor the performance of a driver or motor vehicle to accurately identify whether that driver may be impaired. For the government, company, anybody. Prevent or limit motor vehicle operation of an impairment is detected. So it's when passively monitor, all that means is constantly monitoring in the background. Passively monitoring means exactly like what Google Home does. If you have a Google Home device, if you don't know what those are, Amazon, whatever, I forgot what it's called already. I have Google's. So that you say, okay, Google, mine's not even hooked up right now. You say, my phone has it. You say, okay, Google. My phone's not working on it, but right now, but you say, okay, Google, and then it says, and then it beep, and then you say, give me the definition of banana or whatever you want. But it's if you can say, okay, Google at any time, that means it's passively monitoring everything you say. That's what that means. So it's just like Google Home, it's passively monitoring everything you say and do. Unbelievable, snuck into a bill. This bill's from the June of 2021, I believe, or I forgot when it got signed in. This is an old bill now at this point. I'm just seeing it. And it passively and accurately detects whether the blood... How does that happen? Passively and accurately detect whether the blood alcohol concentration of a motor vehicle is equal to or greater than... So is it just analyzing you constantly? I don't know what that means. Prevent or limit motor vehicle operation. Man, here's my takeaway. I'll have to dig into it more to give you some more. It's a red flag. The verbiage is red. The verbiage is vague. I'm going to take it to one of the good things that Don Dada has done recently was talked about a digital bill of rights. What it's passively doing is collecting data. Forget about the concerns of the government being able to turn off your car at any moment. The government's what's running on Twitter and big tech. So you say the wrong thing, how do you know they're not going to turn off your car? Even forget all that. Who owns the data? The data should be mine, and I should be able to, let me calm down. I should be able to control whether I opt in or out. The data is mine. It's passively tracking. And what is there a GPS on this? Is it tracking where you go, how far you go? Whatever data it is tracking, you are not getting any constitutional rights. Why? Even though it's the government straight up in a bill doing it, they're going to say, well, we gave it to this third-party contractor to farm out. Just like your First Amendment rights on Twitter or on this platform, Google, through YouTube. We've got to start, whenever things get crazy, we have to start with the fundamentals. Even before we get into the problems of the Constitution, all that, the data has to be mine, period, and yours, period. Look at all these stories. They're data farming stories. Whoever has the data wins this battle. Let me know what you think. Take care.